Yes, students, we are moving to next part, that is Nathpatis, Siddhas and Yogis. A number of religious groups that emerged during this period criticized the rituals and other aspects of conventional religion and the social order, using symbol, logical arguments, and we can see like the saints, as the many saints, they said like that no need of any social order and other things like that. Same way, some of the religious orders or new religious groups they are forming, and they are also criticizing the social order. And among them were Nathpatis, Siddhacharyas and Yogis. They advocated renunciation of the world. So there are common idea of them, that is renunciation of the world, means union with God. To them, the path of salvation lay in meditation on the formless ultimate reality and the realization of one's with it. So for them, renunciation or reaching to God means that is through meditation. Please underline, to them path of salvation lay in the meditation. That is to whom we want to meditate, on whom we want to meditate. That is the formless ultimate reality. There is no form, there is no shape, there is no size or smell of the for that God. Like that one ultimate reality is there. We want to meditate on that ultimate reality, formless ultimate reality, and realize oneness with it. And we want to understand we are one with, or I am, my soul is one with that God soul or ultimate reality. To achieve this, they advocate intense training of the mind and body through practice like Yogasanas. Then what they are saying, we want to get a training for that. For what? The concentration of our mind and body. For that purpose, they are giving one method, that is Yogasana. And these groups become particularly popular among low caste, and their criticism of conventional religion created a ground for devotional religion to become popular force in northern India. So this because of this training, everybody can reach to God, or we can come together. Our mind and body will come together. So in the lower caste people, they are getting attraction to this one, because they was facing from a problem from the conventional or traditional religion, this caste problem and other things. Then we are moving to next one, that is Islam and Sufism. The saints had the sons had much in common with Sufis, so much so that it is believed that they adopted many ideas of each other. Sufis were Muslim mystics, and they rejected outward religiosity and emphasized love and devotion to God and compassion towards all fellow human beings. So like not only in Hindu tradition, in Muslim tradition also we can see this, the presence of the Bhakti movement, and one group it is Sufism. And Sufism, that they are the Muslim mystics, and what they are saying, no need of any outside rituals. Instead of that, what we want to do, we want to devote God, we want to love God, as well as we want to show our compassion to our fellow human beings. To if somebody is having some pain, we want to help them, and if somebody is in need of our physical presence, we want to be there. That was the idea of Sufism. And Islam propagated strict monotheism and submission to one God. Only the difference between the Islam and Hindu religion, in Hindu religion there are many gods, and in Muslim religion there is only single God, monotheism, believing in single God. So we want to believe in that particular one God. That means that is only one God, that we want to believe in that one, and we want to submit ourselves or surrender ourselves in between that God. In the 8th and 9th centuries, religious scholars developed different aspects of holy law, Shariat, and the theology of Islam. Then the scholars of Islam, what they are doing, they are making the development in the aspects of holy law. Holy law, that is, it is there in Quran, and what they are calling it, that holy law, that is they are in Muslim they are calling it Shariat, and they are making the development in theology of Islam. While the religion of Islam gradually became more complex, Sufis provided it with an additional dimension, that favored a more personal devotion to God. And Islam religion gradually become more complex, and with that Sufism, what they are saying like that, and that is personal devotion to God instead of the outside rituals and other things. They are Sufis, they are saying we want to love God and we want to help or serve our fellow human beings. The Sufis often rejected elaborate rituals, code of behavior demanded by the Muslim religion scholars. In the what we said, that already said like that, because of the scholars, Islam religion become complex, and in that everything included, rituals are included, that is elaborated rituals are there, then code of behaviors are there, that everything rejecting by Sufis. They sought union with God much as a lover seeks his beloved with a disregarded of the world. If one person is loving God, then he won't think about this outside world and other things, rituals and other things, behavior and other things. Only thing, he is loving God, he is loving his fellow human being. That may express in different way, there is no particular way. Okay, and like the saint poet, the Sufis too composed a poem expressing their feeling and rich literature in prose, including anecdotes and fables developed around them. Among the great Sufis of Central Asia, Ghazali, Rumi and Sadi, like the Nathpatis, Siddhas and Yogis, the Sufis too believed that the heart can be trained to look at the world in a different way. Like the Yogis, how they said, Nathpatis, how they said, we want to make the union with God through our body and mind. For that purpose, we want to practice Yogasanas like that. That is one method they said. Like that, Sufis also saying like that, we want to make a training our heart for what to look at the world in a different way. They developed elaborated methods of training using zikr, chanting of a name or sacred formula. Contemplation means like our meditation, sama, singing and ragas, dancing, discussions of parables, breath control, etc. What is more or less saying what the Yogis, Nathpatis said, the word is a name, it is little bit different. And in the same way, they are, these Sufis also saying there are different ways to, or different training they are giving to reach to God. What are they? Sikar, that is chanting of name, what we are calling it bhajans. Then contemplation, that is meditation. Sama, singing. Then ragas, that is rags, that is dancing. Then discussions of the parables, then using the stories and moral stories and other things, and discussion on that one. Then breath control, etc. Under the guidance of a master or peer. Then this training should do under the leadership of a master, or what they are calling peer. Thus engaged the silsilas, a spiritual genealogy of Sufi teachers, each following a slightly different methods of instructions and ritual practice. Then for that purpose, we can see that silsilas, that is the Sufi teachers, that is according to genealogy they are getting that mastership, and they are but they are having little bit changes in each and every Sufi teachers. Then a large number of Sufis from Central Asia settled in Hindustan from the 11th century onwards. That Hindustan means the Indian Indian subcontinent, and they came and settled here Indian subcontinent. This process was strengthened and with the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate, and it helped for this development helped by Delhi Sultanate. When the several major Sufi centers developed all over the subcontinent, not only the present India, all over the Indian subcontinent. We have studied that one, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Burma, all together, it was even up to Indonesia, it was called as Indian subcontinent. Then the Chishti silsila was amongst the most influential one. Which one was the most influential? Chishti silsilas. It had the long line of teachers like Khajwa Moinuddin Chishti of Ajmer, Qutb bin Bakar Kalki Kaki of Delhi, Baba Farid of Punjab, Kajwa Nizamuddin Aliya of Delhi, and Banatsa Gisdars of Gulbarga. That which Chisti Silsilas, many teachers we can see, and they are settled in different parts of Indian subcontinent. We studied about Ajmer, then Delhi, then Punjab, then Gulbarga. Not only in South India as well as North India we can see that teachers was spreaded. Then Sufi masters held their assemblies in the kanghas or the hospice. Devotees of all descriptions, including number of the royalty and nobility and the ordinary people, flocked of these kangas. Then the teachers, they are coming and having their gathering. That time not only the ordinary people also was present there. They discussed spiritual matters, sought the blessings of the saints in solving their worldly problems, or simply attend the music and dance sections. In this meeting there are many matters they was discussing related to spiritual matters, then how to solve the problems of the world, means the worldly problem. Then sometimes it is just a music and dance sessions. Often people attribute the Sufi masters with miraculous powers that could relieve others of their illness and trouble. The tomb or the dargah of the Sufi saints become a place of pilgrimage to which thousands of people of all faith throng. Not only the Muslim, even Hindus and Christians used to go like this Sufi saints place tombs. That still we can see that we are visiting that places in the name of, means it may be in the form of just tourist or for a pilgrimage purpose, to seek of God, to solve our problems, to get a spiritual renunciation purpose. We used to go to that places. Then finding the Lord. Jalaluddin Rumi was a great 13th century Sufi poet from India who wrote in Persian. Here is an export from his work. He was not the cross of Christian. I went to Hindu temples, and in none of them was there any sign. He was not on the heights or in the lowlands. I went to Kaabas of Mecca. He was not there. I asked about him from Avicenna, a philosopher. He was beyond the range of Avicenna. I looked into my heart. In that his place, I saw him. He was in no other place. Then like our Tagore, one of the Sufi poet, also saying like that, I went here and there in search of God, but I never seen. I went to the mountain top, I never seen him. I came down lowered also, I never seen him. I went to temple or in church or in even Mecca, but I never seen God there. Last I looked into my own heart, I saw him. He is there and his place is there. Other than my heart, I can't see God anywhere else. One of the Sufi poet is saying, if you are looking the poems of Kabir Das, Surdas, Mirabai or Ravindranath Tagore, also we can see the same aspect. God is not in the temple or not here and there. God is there, which person having suffering, or in our heart God is living, like that we can see. Okay, we will continue in next video.